In the early 1930s, entire villages in Ukraine fell silent. Children with swollen bellies lay in empty houses. Parents searched fields for crumbs of grain that no longer belonged to them. Millions were starving, in one of the most fertile regions on earth. This was the Holodomor. Between 1932 and 1933, a man-made famine swept across Soviet Ukraine. Armed officials went door to door, confiscating grain, livestock, even seeds meant for the next harvest. Peasants were blacklisted if they failed to meet impossible quotas. Borders were sealed so starving families could not escape. Taking a handful of grain from a field could mean execution or years in a labor camp. By the time it ended, an estimated 3 to 5 million Ukrainians were dead. This disaster did not happen because crops failed. Ukraine had been called the breadbasket of Europe. The famine came after Joseph Stalin forced collectivization, a policy that seized private farms and merged them into state-controlled collectives. Wealthier peasants, labeled kulaks, were deported or executed. Resistance was crushed. But in Ukraine, Stalin saw something more dangerous than poor farmers. He saw nationalism. Ukraine had a strong cultural identity and a history of resisting Moscow's control. By breaking the peasantry, crushing local elites, and starving the countryside into submission, Stalin aimed to eliminate any threat of independence. Grain continued to be exported abroad while Ukrainians starved. For decades, the Soviet Union denied the famine ever happened. Speaking about it could get you arrested. Only after the fall of the USSR did the full scale begin to emerge. Today, many historians and governments recognize the Holodomor as a genocide, a deliberate attempt to destroy a nation by hunger. A land of black soil and endless wheat fields became a graveyard, not because nature failed, but because power chose to.